Hey everybody, we're back. Welcome. I'm running just a couple minutes late for the show, but welcome This Moment in Music with Hal Walker. We're back for episode 2, and we've got a good show lined up for you. Thanks everybody who watched episode 1. I feel like it was a big success, and I'm so excited about the potential. So today we have my guest is Cody Johnston. On TikTok, his name is Braille Atlas. And he's got 70,000 followers on TikTok, and he's just a really cool guy. He's a multi-instrumentalist, a singer, and I believe a songwriter, and it's just been fun to watch this stuff on TikTok, and I had a really nice conversation with him on the phone a few weeks ago. So I'm looking forward to this, and I hope you are too. By the way, while I'm running the intro music and getting into place, I'm going to invite you to write in the comments, what's a good idea that you've had recently? You know, anything. It could be something real small. Consider sharing a good idea. And if you haven't had any good ideas, over the next few days, if a good idea comes to you, come back on Monday and share it with us. Because this show is all about the creative process. Coming up with ideas and then sharing those ideas and seeing how we can make them come true. So everybody, have a great... thanks so much. Thanks so much for being here. This Moment in Music with Hal Walker. And enjoy the show. I'll see you in a minute. Bye-bye. This moment. Hey, everybody.
This moment.
Yeah. Next time, won't you sing with... Hey everybody, welcome. This Moment in Music with Hal Walker. Oh, we've had we had kind of a traumatic start to the show. We had to start 15 minutes late. My computer died. You know, I didn't have the power plugged in, and I knew it was running low, but I didn't know it was running that low. So anyway, here we are. Welcome. And I was in my float tank early this morning, and I had this idea. I had an idea. That's what this show is all about, is about ideas and how to make those ideas come true. And I had this idea. I want to tell you the story of my rise to moderate famedom in TikTok. So I've put together a little collage of videos that I'd like to share with you. And it began last fall when I was performing an assembly for a bunch of elementary school kids. And always at the end of my assemblies, we have question time. And a little girl stood up and said, "Are you on TikTok?" And I said, "No, I'm not on TikTok." And she said, "You should be." And I thought, whoa, that sort of sparked something in my mind.
Good idea.
And I went home and I recorded my first TikTok video. And I'd like to play it for you right now. Here it is. I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. And that was it. That was my 15 seconds. And then guess what? Nothing happened. You know, I got like 5 or 10 likes, maybe a couple comments. And then I put it on the shelf for several months. And then early this year, right at the beginning of January, I sat down at my table, and for some reason, something got in me again to post another TikTok video. And I sat down at my kitchen table and I got out the Banakulas and strapped on a harmonica. And here's what I did. Oh my gosh, there's someone knocking at my door. That's funny. What do you do when you're in the middle of a live stream and someone knocks on your door? Whose business? Wait, hold on a second. Hey, Cody, say a couple things. I'll be right back.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Cody Johnston, and I'm getting to intro myself a little early. So I'm just going to strum a ukulele and keep us entertained while Hal runs to see who is graciously knocking.
Hey, I'm back.
He's back.
There was a guy out there with a big truck full of mulch. And I didn't order any mulch. And he was knocking on my door. So anyway, back to the show.
Great.
I sat down at my kitchen table and I recorded this. Yeah, that was it. That was the big one. And then guess what? Nothing happened. But then a few days later, people started making comments like, I'm here before this blows up. This is going to go big. This is going viral. And then people started sharing my video and I started getting comment after comment. And before long, that video had like 200,000 views and I was becoming TikTok famous. So then 2 days later, I got out my can and I recorded this. Yeah, so that was that. And that one, people got excited. And they had never heard the melodious can before, this amazing mouth organ from Southeast Asia. And people got excited about it on TikTok, and it started getting hundreds and thousands of views. Now, the real exciting thing happens on TikTok when people start collaborating. And, you know, it's cool that I can sit at my kitchen table and make some music. But the thing I love most about TikTok is the way I can take other people's videos and add to them. And people can take my video and add to them. And I feel like my TikTok career really took off when this guy Nemraps, who is a well-known YouTuber, took a collage of my videos and made this incredible collage. So I'd like to share it with you now. And it goes something like this.
Renegade, renegade.
Happy. That video makes me so happy. I love it. So that's the little story. That's the idea I had this morning. I was in my float tank. It was like 6:30 in the morning. It's totally black. I'm immersed in in Epsom salt solution. And I thought, and I basically put aside my idea from yesterday, and I did that idea. And the thing about ideas is sometimes they work and sometimes they don't work. But I went for it, and thanks for listening to my story. So I just want to say that I've got a special guest on, and we're going to bring him on now. And the reason why I met this guy is because he's on TikTok too. And he has just a nice personality on TikTok. I love seeing his creative flow, and I'm excited to introduce him to you. His name's Cody Johnston, and I'm going to play one of his videos just to introduce him, and then we'll get talking. Cody.
Ready to start writing original music? Here's some things I've learned from experience on what not to do. Don't try to write music just to please someone else. Honestly, music comes from your heart. Music that isn't written from the heart has no expression, and people can tell. Don't worry about what others think. Sure, people can give advice on if a song sounds good or not, but ultimately it's your creative process. Don't be so critical of yourself. Music is a form of art, and it takes time, patience, and practice. And just like an artist who would paint a picture, every new piece of music you create helps you become that much better. And whatever you do, don't give up. Music is super deep. You can get lost in the science of chord progression, lyrical styles, tempo, and time signatures. Stick with it and make the music you love.
Everybody, let's welcome. Oh, wait. There, that's what I want. Hey, Cody.
Hello, Hal. How are you today?
Oh, we survived. Hey, buddy.
We survived.
We can
Thank
put
you
all-
so much for having me, Hal. It's
You're
an honor.
welcome. We're going to put all those videos aside, and it's you and me connecting with this moment in music.
I love it.
Hey, Cody, I
love
have a question. Is all that stuff that
Yeah.
you said in your video, is that true? Do you really believe that stuff?
Absolutely. And it's from life experience too. I'm probably the worst when it comes to like trying to model myself. Like, what do other people want to hear? And the truth is, just whenever I get all that aside and just write from my heart, that's when true music starts happening. So in my opinion, it's completely true.
Yeah, every one of those points you made was an excellent point. I loved it.
Thank you.
What were the points
Thank you so
again?
much.
Review for me.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I have to go back and
We didn't-
watch
we
the
didn't plan
video
on
now.
that.
I said it. I wrote it from my heart.
I know.
Pretty much summing it up, it's don't worry too much about what other people think about your music. Criticism is good, but at the same time, you have to write what is authentic to you. We hear a lot about selling out of music, and to me, the biggest thing with that is just trying to do something to please someone else. And music, at its truest core to me, if it resonates with you, and it brings an emotion in you, then that's creating music. Music is something that makes you think because you feel, and you start to experience this emotion that rises up in you, and that's when you know you're experiencing true music, true creation.
Yeah. Have you experienced that before?
I have, and I haven't.
No.
I've taken time lately to really dive back into that. But there was a season in my life when I didn't experience that. I was just going through the musical motions. It was my job for a little while to do music, and I loved it, but at the same time it got stale, and I stopped creating to bring joy and to express what I was going through. And since I've started trying to dive back into that and just have fun with music again, I feel like it's done wonders for my emotional state. It's done wonders for my mental health, and it's just done wonders because I see people reaching out and going, wow, like that really brought me joy in this moment. Nothing brings me more joy whenever I'm just sitting on my porch playing my ukulele, playing a random riff or whatever, my guitar or whatever, and someone just says, wow, that just brought me so much joy today. And that's when I know I'm like, okay, I'm in my zone.
Hey, would you play a random riff on that ukulele just so we could see you with a musical
Sure,
instrument?
why not?
Nice. You were telling me about an idea you had a a good idea you had. I thought it was a great idea. We were having a conversation last night, and I'd like you to share that with the audience, this practice that you're doing, that you started, and what brought that about.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know if I think this is a great idea, and I'm going to claim it as a great idea, but it may be a bit of insanity too. So I have noticed lately that when I sit down to write, especially record, so I really love doing studio work. This office I'm sitting in, we kind of decked out to be a studio for just audio production in general. And I've noticed when I've sat down lately, I'm just like, man, I sit down to write and just I get bogged down in the details, and I'm like, man, I look back at some of my old music that I wrote a few years ago even, and I'm just like, where was that creative Cody at? Where is he at? I need to bring that back up. I've gotten too bogged down in trying to do what I think is going to get downloads or all this kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm just going to write from the heart. And so I've had this little idea stirring. I also run a podcast, and we have a group called Nomads. And without going into all that, basically this whole scene of like wandering in the desert and having this like realization, internal realization has been speaking to me a lot. And so I'm just like, okay, how can I take that and put that into music? And so I had this I was sitting here with this giant water jug of mine that like I've used in a video before. I have a series called Random Things That Make Music. And this water jug makes this really cool, like,
nice
kind of
nice
sound to it. And I'm like, man, that's a really nice sound. And then I kind of started, bumped my mic, kind of started, swishing it back and forth. I'm like, okay, so let's add some reverb to that. Let's just start building on that. I started kind of twisting the lid to make a shaker sound. And I'm like, okay, this has a real cave vibe to it. It's like, so I wake up in this cave. And I don't know how I got here, but I'm coming to this realization. It's honestly, if I had to be like sincere, I think it's my story of just coming to realize like, hey, I'm creatively waking up. And so I started playing around with that. I started recording it, and I'm like, I'm going to do a 30-day, every single day. I have to write, produce, completely edit and master a piece of audio. And after that first day, each day, I'm not allowed to touch it again. So whatever I can come up with, I have to produce. They're going to be shorter, like a minute to 2 minutes in length, but I'm going to string them all together to tell a story.
Nice.
And so it has it's starting off with this kind of desert vibe to it, and we're just going to start building from there. I use some ocarina in it, which is like my favorite instrument of all time. Love the ocarina.
Hey, Cody, can we hear one? Can we hear one of these?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got one here for you. I mean, yeah, play it. Oh, you're going to back? But I don't know if that'll work because we're at the Skype thing is 2 seconds off.
Ah, yeah.
I would say that we should just listen to it.
Okay.
Nice. So is that in day one that I play now? I'm going to play day one.
That specific tune, maybe not. But yeah, go play day one.
This is day one. What I understand is this is day one. What day are you on now?
So I don't start officially until Monday.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to work ahead just so I can get the video stuff done too. But I've done day 2, and I actually changed it to Thought. I'm doing 30 Thoughts Till Dawn is the name of the project.
Okay, great. Here's day 1. Everybody, take a listen. It's 1 minute long. Here we go. Gosh, I don't know how to do this. Let's see. Day 1, come on now, play. How do you get day 1 to play? Sound effects? Oh, here. Day 2. Oh no, we're having a technical difficulty.
Oh no.
Oh, darn. Cody? No, day 1. Oh, all right, Cody, we're going to have to switch gears because and look, there's, that's funny. Joel Chapman music is not who you are. Let's erase that.
All good. I can actually see if I can bring it up on my end in the meantime, but we can keep chatting.
Yeah, let's keep chatting. Oh, shoot. Day 1 is right here. It says to me that it's playing. All right, let's just let that go, and I'll play some.
Here, let's try this. Let me drop it in real quick because I think I can do it right here on my end.
All right, everyone, just be patient.
Give me a thumbs up if you can hear this. You ready?
Yeah. Yeah, we hear it. We hear it. Nice. Yay. Cody, I love that. That was really cool. I love dancing to that. I was quite in the zone. I got these headphones on, and that was just filling my experience. I hope everyone else is wearing headphones too, though, because I was really grooving with that. That's nice.
Yeah, it was definitely my attempt to fight my perfectionistic mentality.
I know.
I can get so bogged down in that. I'm like, you know what? I want that dissonance. I want the imperfections because that's real. That's just it's authentic expression.
That reminds me of yesterday. I record those introductions ahead of time, and I was recording the introduction to you, and I did one take and it wasn't quite right, and then I did the second take and it wasn't quite right, and I did the third take and it wasn't quite right. And I decided, Hal, it is time to let it go. Stick with the third take and don't do another one. And I just said, it's imperfect. I'm going on. And that's what this show is all about. It's like throwing up, just like putting the ideas out there and seeing what happens.
I love that. One of the big things that I've been on, I guess, is like this journey of just choosing the moment, especially with all the things in the world right now, all the negative talk we have going on in the world, just remembering like I have this moment right now. It's a gift. I don't have to try to obsess over perfection because there's just so much that I have at my grasp right this second.
I love this. I love this conversation. That is what we need right now. We need to be in the moment and let go of those old ideas. Nice.
So true.
So Cody, we have just a couple more minutes. You want to play that one? You want to play your second, the day 2 that you shared with me?
Yeah, for sure. Let me take just a moment here to load it up, which won't take but just about 5 seconds, and we can listen to that. And everyone who's listening, this is a sneak peek. No one else has got this, so not even my TikTokers or anything has got this. Hey, I am going to do a whole intro. Go ahead.
What's the title again? 30 Thoughts? Is that what it is?
Yes, 30 Thoughts Till Dawn. And because they're so short little songs, I want them to kind of be representative of like thoughts, like these little, okay, I woke up in this cave. Where am I? Okay. Thought number 2 actually here, which I have it titled Day 2, but it's Thought 2. The title of this one is Light Means I'm Living. And so it's like, okay, I woke up in this cave, but now I see the light out this tunnel. Like, okay, I'm alive. What's going on? Let me walk out of this cave and see what the world has to offer.
Nice.
So here's this one.
What does this cave have to offer? Let's find out.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, nice, Cody. That's really nice. Hey, everyone! Just so you know, go check out Cody on TikTok. It's Braille Atlas. I just put it up on the screen so you can see. What else? Where else can we look for you, Cody? In besides
Yeah, so
traveling to Central Arkansas.
yeah, so typically so it's funny. TikTok was like my okay, I'm gonna start doing music and putting it out there, not just hiding away in my studio making it kind of place. But since TikTok has really started like taking off and people are like, wow, I really like what you're doing, it's given me a lot of confidence in that. So thank you all, first of all. But I'm starting up a YouTube. I have a couple of random videos that I use my automaton on there.
Yeah. Well, listen, Cody, we're looking forward to having you back. Unfortunately, I got to wrap this up in 4 minutes, and I still want to introduce the next guy. So while you're here, on Monday, I've got an amazing harmonica player. He contacted me on Facebook and said, I'm a professional harmonica player, and I'd love to be on your show. And you never know when someone says they're a harmonica player what you're actually in for. But he sent me a video, and I'm just like, oh, my gosh, this guy is good. And I'd like to play it for you now. Cody, listen, we're going to exit from you now, and I just want to say thank you so much for being on the show. And I'd love to have you back again once we get all the kinks worked out and we can start right on time.
I love that, Hal. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. This guy is named Jared. He's my good friend, and his name is, I'm drawing a blank. We'll tell you in a second. Here he is. There he is, and his name is Jared Goldweber, and he's on my show on Monday. And then on Wednesday, we've got Eric Noden, and on Friday is this saxophonist from England, I think. So anyway, everyone, I always wrap up with this one song. And I didn't even plug my guitar in, so you're going to have to bear with me. Here's the truth. You know, every single one of us, I really believe this. There's a light inside, and our job is to shine that light. And that's what my hope is in this show, is to just give during these dark times when we're all hidden away in our houses, I just want to give opportunities for various creative thinkers to share their light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hey, audience, by the way, Rewild Your Soul. I love this guy. He's here listening, and I'm so pleased. Why isn't that not working? Oh, come on. All right, well, there. We'll just say goodbye. I was going to post his comment. Thank you. See you on Monday. Bye-bye, everybody.